In this video I'm going to talk about the ways you can customize the appearance of eye in the sky trade planning. The first thing that we want to go over is the size of the font. It by default is shipped with a large font, but if you go to the Tools menu and select Settings, you can then go to the Appearance tab and choose Small Fonts and click Save. It may take a second, but it will redraw the screen with the smaller font. You see a little more data there, and you may like this font better than the larger font. The next thing you can do is detach tabs. So let's say that you're always looking at the ratings and you want to put them on one of your other monitors if you have a multi-monitor system. What you can do is right click on that tab and choose detach, and what it'll do is remove that from the tab sequence back here and create a separate window for it, which you can then resize and put on any monitor you want, and that'll update as you're scrolling through the stocks, and that way you can have that always out in front wherever, on a different monitor, so that you don't have to worry about switching back and forth between the tabs if you have multiple monitors. If you want to reattach that to the tabs, you simply close that window. If you don't close that window and you close the main Eye in the Sky screener program, it'll remember where this window is and put it back there when you start the program again. So I'm just going to reattach this tab since I have a one screen system here that I'm demonstrating the product on. And you'll notice it put it back at the end of the tab sequence. Here's where I can show you how you can reorganize these tabs simply by clicking on ratings and holding down the mouse button and dragging it to the position you'd like to see it in and letting go. So you can reorganize all these tabs to be in the order that you like to see them, and maybe put the ones you use less frequently out to the right. The next thing I want to talk about is the web browser. If you go to a stock and you want to see more of the web page on the screen at one time, you can click this up arrow button on the right side of the screen. It'll maximize the bottom portion where the web browser is so that you can see more of the web page at the same time. And if you just click that again, it'll toggle back. So what I like to do is do a filtering up front, and then when I have my results set, I go ahead and maximize the screen, and then I can go ahead and click through my stocks and see the entire web page on there. Alternatively, you could simply detach the web browser like we showed you on ratings and drag that web browser screen to another monitor, so that way you have the full size web browser at your disposal. So I'll just close that and reattach it here. The next thing I want to cover is being able to sort the data that are in grids. You can do all kinds of stuff with these grids to meet your needs. You can sort them, so if I wanted to sort by analyst in here, I could simply click that column, and if I click it again, it'll sort in the opposite order. I can reorder the columns, so let's say I wanted to see range right by analyst, and you can actually hide columns. So if you right click on here and choose column designer, you can actually take out the type and hit range and analyst and hit save, and those columns disappeared. To put them back, you just go back to the column designer and check them again. So you can customize this any way you want, so it's real flexible. And then that in a nutshell are the main things that allow you to customize the appearance. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address is questions@eyeintheskyscreener.com. Thank you very much.